didn't like him. I don't want you setting up dates for me anymore.
Peggy, the clock is ticking. One day you're gonna have to settle down and give me some grandchildren.
I know, Mom. I just have more important things to worry about now.
Like what? Doing a man's job writing copies? Listen, I wouldn't be so pushy if you find yourself a good match. And give me a real reason why the date didn't go well, besides I didn't like him.
The date didn't go well because it just so happened that I have found myself a match.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Honey, why didn't you tell me sooner? What's his name? Does he work at the office?
I just didn't want you to freak out on me, that's all.
Well, I'd love to meet him. And your father would too. Bring him over for dinner, 6 o'clock.
Oh, well, that sounds splendid. I'll see you there tonight.
Mr. Kicker? Good night.
Peggy, oh, what are you doing here?
I'm Mr. Draper's secretary. What are you doing here?
I was just getting some case materials for a case I was working on today.
Right. This says personal for Donald Draper. Donald Draper, why do you have this?
Don't yell, you're drawing attention to us.
Right, but why do you have this?
Please don't tell anyone, especially Dawn, please.
Okay, well, I can't tolerate something like this. This is against our company. Well, you're grabbing Dawn's personal stuff.
But do you know what will happen if you tell anyone, if you tell Dawn?
Well, I mean, it doesn't affect me at all. You're grabbing this.
Please, Peggy, I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Okay, well, normally I wouldn't allow something like this to go on, but okay, you're coming with me to dinner tonight at 6 o'clock.
What?
6 o'clock with my family.
What? Why?
Well, you're going to fake as my boyfriend. It's either this or I'm telling Mr. Draper.
I mean, okay, I'll take it.
Alright, good.
Well, hello!
Hi, Mom. Sorry we're late.
Oh, don't worry about it. We haven't been waiting that long. Come in, please.
Mom, Dad, I want you guys to meet Pete.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Olson. My name is Pete Carter.
Oh, hi there, Pete. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. We weren't sure if old Peggy here was being sincere when she said she found herself a real boy.
Well, I assure you, I'm 100% real, in the flesh.
Yes, we see that now. I'm gonna go get the food.
Well, don't just stand there, have a seat.
Now, since we have a special occasion today, I made your favorite, hard-boiled eggs.
Mom, I don't really like hard-boiled eggs.
What are you talking about? You always used to eat hard-boiled eggs.
No, Mom, not really.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Why, thank you, dear. Our family's had this recipe passed down for quite some time. I remember going to my grandmother's house, and when she knew that I had a bad day, she would make me hard-boiled eggs.
Well, I'll have to get that recipe from you.
Oh no, that's a family secret.
Aw.
I would teach Peggy here, but she's never been one for cooking.
Mom, I do alright.
By all right, you mean eating frozen dinners all night?
Oh, quit it, dear. Peggy's here got more important things to do, like work.
That's true. We're proud of you, honey.
Thanks. I'm actually working on a new assignment.
Hey, did you see the presidential debate last night?
I did, actually. At Sterling Cooper, I've been working on the Nixon campaign.
Oh, this isn't dinner talk. Peggy, help me take away the dishes.
Yes, Mother.
And you, my dear, take Pete outside.
I want to talk about your boyfriend.
You mean Pete? What about him?
I want to know whether or not he's actually your boyfriend.
What? Of course he is.
Go.
I don't believe you.
Why not, Mom?
Because no daughter of mine would ever date such a sleazy man like him.
Smoke it?
No, sir.
Well, alright.
You have a beautiful home.
Yeah, well, my wife does all this. I don't know what goes around most of the time. Ever since she retired, I don't know what to do with myself at home. All these chores and DT activities, they just bore me. At least, I get away from her. I've taken a liking to automobile repair.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, let me tell you something, kid. You gotta occupy yourself when you retire. I nearly drove myself mad when I was staying home.
Well, I once heard a famous person say, boredom always precedes a period of great creativity.
Where'd you hear that?
I honestly don't remember.
Well, wherever you heard that from, I think it's charming. So, what'd you think about the upset last night?
An absolute disgrace.
That it was.
Princeton's polo team should never have made playoffs, let alone beat Yale in the finals.
Polo? I'm talking about baseball.
Oh, I've never been much for baseball myself.
Oh my gosh. Kid, it's the World Series. You gotta be a Yanks fan. You live in New York.
To tell you the truth, I've never actually watched a game myself.
Well, we should go sometime. Even if your old man didn't take you, it's not too late.
I'd love that, but I'm not too sure that would be possible.
Are you kidding me? I'd love to take you sometime. You seem like a charming gentleman.
Charming gentleman? That man is not a gentleman at all.
Why would you say that, Mother? You have only just met him.
Because no gentleman would ever have premarital relations with my daughter.
Mother? How could you accuse me of having sex before marriage?
Well, how else are you going to explain the fact that you're pregnant?
What, Mother? I'm not pregnant.
Really? Then how do you explain the mood swings, the sudden cravings, the aversion to hard-boiled eggs, and your weight gain?
Easy, the mood swings come from the fact that you're making crazy accusations about me.
I doubt that.
Sudden cravings come from the fact that I'm eating this stuff in the city. My aversions of hard-boiled eggs come from the fact that I'm sick of it. And my sudden weight gain is because of me eating too much.
Lying will only make it worse, Peggy.
I am not lying, Mother. Pete is a charming gentleman who has never asked me for sex. I am still a virgin and I am definitely not pregnant.
You better hope you're telling the truth.
Seriously, what's my mom's problem? I am not
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky and a girl